For over 1,000 years, Rome was synonymous with power, civilization, and dominion, an empire that shaped the Western world, from its laws and engineering to its language and culture. But even titans fall. What led the eternal empire to its collapse? In this video, we'll delve into the multiple layers that reveal the complex history of the fall of the Western Roman Empire. It wasn't a single event, but a series of interconnected factors that, over centuries, eroded its foundations. Prepare for a journey through time to understand the end of an era and the lessons it left us. To understand the fall, we first need to see the height from which Rome fell. The Pax Romana, between the 1st and 2nd centuries AD, was a period of relative peace and unprecedented prosperity. Trade flourished, Roman law spread, and Roman engineering built marvels. But even during its peak, the first warning signs were already visible. The empire's borders were vast and expensive to defend. The reliance on slave labor created social tensions, and imperial succession, often violent, was already a latent problem. The death of Marcus Aurelius, the last of the 5 good emperors, marks the end of an era and the beginning of a subtle but steady decline. The 3rd century AD was a nightmare for Rome. 26 emperors in 50 years. Political instability was endemic, with ambitious generals assassinating and usurping the throne at every turn. The army, once the pillar of stability, became the main engine of anarchy. This instability came at a brutal cost. To pay the constantly rebellious army and finance the civil wars, the emperors devalued the currency, adding less precious metal. The result? Rampant inflation. Trade slowed, cities shrank, and the rural economy became self-sufficient, breaking imperial supply chains. While Rome was embroiled in internal conflict, external pressures mounted. Germanic tribes, such as the Goths and the Alemanni, saw the weaknesses and intensified their incursions. In the east, the new and powerful Sassanid Empire challenged Roman power. The cost of maintaining these borders, already a burden, became unsustainable. Diocletian, a firm-handed emperor, tried to stem the decline. His reforms were radical. He divided the empire into 4 parts, with 2 Augustuses and 2 Caesars, each governing a section. The idea was to improve governance and the defense of the vast borders. He also reformed the economy, attempting to control inflation with price edicts. Constantine, successor to Diocletian, continued the legacy of reforms. He not only reunited the empire under his control, but also made 2 monumental changes: the legalization of Christianity, which would become the official religion of the empire, and the founding of a new capital in the east, Constantinople. A new Rome, strategically located and with formidable defenses. Despite these efforts, the scale of the empire was too large for a single man or center of power. In 395 AD, the Roman Empire was formally divided into the Western Roman Empire and the Eastern Roman Empire. This division, while practical for administration, would seal very different fates for each half. At the end of the 4th century, a new and terrible enemy emerged from the east: Attila's Huns. Their ferocity spurred a massive migration of Germanic tribes, Goths, Vandals, Suebi, into the Roman borders, seeking refuge and land. Rome was unprepared for this wave of migration. The unthinkable happened in 410 AD. The Visigoths, led by Alaric, sacked Rome. Although the city was no longer the political capital, the psychological impact was devastating. Rome, the symbol of invincibility, had fallen. This sent a clear message: the Western Empire was vulnerable. Throughout the 5th century, Rome's authority in the West disintegrated. The barbarians not only plundered, they settled. Vandals seized the rich province of North Africa, cutting off Rome's grain supply. The Visigoths and Suebi founded kingdoms in Hispania, the Franks and Burgundians in Gaul. The Western Roman Emperor controlled little more than Italy, and even there his power was increasingly symbolic, depending on barbarian generals for his protection. The final fall of the Western Roman Empire is traditionally dated to 476 AD. The last emperor, the young Romulus Augustus, a name with profound historical irony, was deposed by the Germanic chieftain Odoacer. Odoacer sent the imperial insignia back to Constantinople, declaring that there was no longer a need for an emperor in the West. And so, almost silently, a 1,000-year empire came to its official end. But falling did not mean disappearing. The Eastern Roman Empire, or Byzantine Empire, continued for another 1,000 years, and Rome's legacy persisted and transformed. Its law, its art, its engineering, its language, and above all, the Catholic Church, which became a unifying force in medieval Europe, all carried the Roman flame forward. The concept of a universal and civilized empire continued to inspire leaders for centuries. So, what was the cause? As we have seen, there is no simple answer. The fall of Rome was a tangle of factors, a mosaic of problems that overlapped and amplified each other. The story of the fall of Rome is not just about the end of an empire, but about the complexity of human systems. It reminds us that no power is eternal, and that the resilience of a society depends on its ability to adapt, to deal with internal divisions, and to respond to external threats. What, in your opinion, was the most decisive factor in the fall of Rome? Leave your opinion in the comments below. We would love to know what you think. If you enjoyed this dive into history, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next videos. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.